Friends, I wanted to be able to tell you what had happened in Parliament tonight. But when you get home, or those of you who've looked on your phones, I can't begin to explain what is going on, because it's a scene of utter chaos going on in Parliament tonight. I have just rung Jeremy Corbyn to try to explain to me what's happening, and I'll quote to you directly. He said to me, "Ben, it is a complete show." You'll see all this when you get home. Apparently the Speaker of the House of Commons has gone missing. The Tories and SNP have walked out of the chamber, and now, believe it or not, they are debating whether to suspend the sitting or to continue in a private sitting, removing all of the cameras and all of the people from the public gallery. Friends, you might think of it as a farce. It is a disgrace. They are playing games over there tonight. Parliamentary games with people's lives. Shame upon all of them. Behind me in that house is a moral vacuum. So let us remember why we are here, because we all know why we are here. We are here because for 4+ months, our leaders, the people sitting behind us in that house of chaos, have been trying to normalise mass slaughter, have been trying to convince us that what we are witnessing is not a genocide. Well, friends, we have all seen images and heard stories that we will never forget. All of us, all of you, saw the image of 7-year-old Sidra blown out of her home by a missile that left her mutilated body hanging from a wall in Rafah like a piece of meat. We will not forget it, nor the image of the last photograph of her and her sister alive, running in play. Friends, last week you all saw the images of the Palestinian Red Crescent walking through the rubble of destroyed homes with a small sack, a tiny sack, in which they were trying to gather the body parts of children so that their families would have something to identify them by, something to bury. We will not forget any of this, nor will we forgive the complicity of our leaders, those in that building behind us, who, as Israel openly plans the mass ethnic cleansing of millions of Palestinians, continues to sell Israel weapons, suspends funding to UNRWA, and demonises all of us protesting. Now I want to say a word about Keir Starmer and the Labour Party. There are many words I could choose. Now Labour has tried to convince you today that it's tabling an amendment that is calling for an immediate ceasefire, but that is not what its amendment says. Its amendment effectively says there should be a ceasefire when Israel determines that it is ready to stop the killing. It wants to give Israel the authority to determine when the slaughter will stop. And Labour will not support the SNP motion. Why? Because it does not think it is acceptable to talk about Israel's collective punishment of the Palestinian people. It doesn't want to accuse Israel of war crimes. Keir Starmer is not sure whether it is a war crime to bomb schools, hospitals and mosques. He doesn't know if it is a war crime to forcibly displace 1.7 million people, leaving them to shelter wherever they can, in the rain, in the cold, in the ruins of their destroyed homes. multiple hospitals and mosques. He does not know whether it is a war crime to cut off food, water and essential medical supplies to an entire population. But friends, you need to understand this. There is a reason why Labour today is twisting in the wind. There is a reason for the chaos descending behind you. And that is because MPs are feeling the pressure. They are becoming worried. They are becoming worried that the people in their constituencies who are protesting in their hundreds of thousands, who are confronting them day by day outside their offices, who this week sent over 50,000 emails to MPs demanding a ceasefire, and the 3,000 of you who turned up to lobby them face to face today, they are worried that if they continue to greenlight genocide, you may not vote for them. You need to prove them right. No ceasefire, no vote. No ceasefire, no vote.